What's up, my fierce and fearless business baddies? Welcome to another episode with me, Tiffany, the process princess and owner of Process Prowess, where I help fierce and fearless female entrepreneurs just like you create a more fun, dynamic, sustainable, and profitable business by breaking it down so you can break through. Before we get going, as always, make sure you like, share, and subscribe so you don't miss a thing. I also invite you to join me on Patreon while I dive deeper, and who knows, you may even get some goodies. As always, the link for my Patreon and all ways to work with me is below in the description. Let's get going. Okay, guys, here we are with the final on breakdown and breakthrough, and we're going to wrap it all up for you today. First, I want to remind you that there is a difference between scaling your business and growing your business. When you're growing your business, you're expanding. Yes, your revenue is increasing, but 9 times out of 10, so is your cost, because you're having to make sure that you have a sustainable growth. When it comes to scaling your business, you're actually doing more with what you have, right? You're setting a stage that is going to enable or allow you to support growth in the future, right? And it means having that ability to grow without being hindered, without having to stop and take those steps back and take those looks and reset and repurpose things. Scaling a business requires planning, funding, having suitable systems and processes, the right staff in place if you're in a position to do that, the right technology, the right partners. And scaling your business is about capacity and capability, right? It's a deliberate process that requires participation and for you to really analyze and make sure that you have the right resources in place, right? Startups typically are more growth fueled by nature, right? So if you're in just the first steps of creating your business, that's okay, right? If you're going from a product market fit to then scaling might need to be, something that you do like sooner than later, right? And this is why we often hear that businesses are built to scale, right? And simply put, that means that businesses can acquire and service a large number of new customers without really requiring significant structural change. So it all depends on how did you start your business or how are you planning on starting your business, right? And this all implies that these individuals that are scaling their business or creating their business with the intent to scale, they expect to experience exponential growth as it continues to invest in systems, hardware, software, things like that, to handle this big rush and onslaught of customers, right? Now, it's not the case for many businesses, and some are probably going to fumble their way through, learn some hard lessons before successfully expanding. But to avoid any pitfalls and any costly detours, especially, you want to make sure that you are prepared to scale your business, right? So again, scaling your business, it presents a large range of challenges, right? And as your business grows, different problems and opportunities are going to require different types of solutions. And what might work for you a year ago might not be the best approach for how you handle things now, right? And all too often, mistakes are avoidable through recognizing and overcoming the common pitfalls that are associated with growth. So I'm going to go through a couple high-level ways that you can prepare your business to scale so that you can take everything that you've learned here and you can start applying it in your business sooner than later, right? So again, you want to make sure that you're staying updated with the market. Business climate changes constantly, right? So market research is not something that you should do just when you're launching your business, right? You want to continually do that market research because it allows you to make your decisions based on current information as opposed to, what you've learned thus far, right? And when you're about to scale, understanding where your products are in their actual life cycles can actually help you determine how to maximize your overall profitability. Right? Now, keeping up with the market is going to help you decide whether or not to innovate a stream of new profitable products for the market, how you're going to angle and position yourself within the market, what types of products, what are you going to price your things. So make sure that you do everything that you can, put it in your planner, make it a routine on a monthly basis, quarterly basis, however works best for your business and your schedule to take that time to do that market research, right? And you want to always be seeking information. When it comes time to scale your business, you do have to build up an in-depth picture of what those customers want, right? This comes from market research, but always, any type of information that you can find, we always need to be learning so that we can always continue to grow as individuals, as business owners, and as a business, right? So if you have that in-depth picture of how customers respond, what they want, how they behave, then you're going to really get a really good grasp on on what marketing approaches are going to work best for you and your business, right? And a way that you can do this is talking to key customers, suppliers, business partners. And again, if you are in a position where you have a team, get them to share what they know about the customers that are in your existing market right now so that you can continue to cater to them, but also have a firm understanding of what it is that they are anticipating from your business, your service, your company, your products, whatever it is. Now, next, when it comes to scaling your business, you always want to plan ahead. Goes without saying, right? Definitely, again, don't get caught in that perfectionism sludge, right? You don't want to put yourself in a position where you're not taking intentional and continuous and consistent action. But plans they should always be updated, right? And like we've talked about, your business is continuously exposed to constant changes in the market. And every move that you make within your business does need a significant amount of planning, just as much as you did when you first launched your business. And scaling is one of those important decisions that a business does undertake, right? So planning ahead, understanding your vision, understanding what your market looks like, the systems, processes, and people that you have in place is where you're going to start in order to help you make a more informed, more educated decision that you're comfortable and confident with, that you're able to see through to the end. Now, depending on where you do decide to go, right, you do want to make sure that if you are planning to reinvest in your business through the scaling process, you do want to prepare that cash flow and financial management, right? For a growing business, good cash flow and sound financial management is crucial, right? Because we don't want those cash restraints that are going to hold you back from growth. And when you're talking about scaling, if you're expanding your business in a way that your revenue increase is significantly higher than the cash output that you're making, it's not going to have that significant limitation on you. So the way that you use your capital, you need to make sure that you are, obviously, whether you're growing or scaling, you need to make sure that you are carefully controlling that so that you can maximize your cash flow, right? Effective credit management, tight control of overdue debts, all of that is necessary. So if you're in a position to grow your business, you definitely want to make sure that you have checked all the boxes as far as finances go. Scaling kind of gives you a little bit of leverage and leeway as far as that goes, because you're repurposing and you're making the things that you already have more efficient and flow and run a whole lot better for you. You're increasing prices, you're repurposing products. So you're not really experiencing that additional investment from a financial standpoint. Now, when you're scaling your business, get your head in problem solving mode. When you're a new business, it's understandable to kind of act in crisis mode, so to speak, and you're always going to be troubleshooting, right? But as you prepare to scale, you want to take a more disciplined approach, right, to how you're going to manage this scaling process. And you want to focus on leading or building your employees, managing the team, building your strategy, and instead of treating each problem as a one-off, you really are taking that step back that we talked about, and you're establishing systems and structures that are going to make it easier for you to handle things properly in the future. Now, as we're talking about systems here, as the business continues to grow, whether from a scaling or a growth standpoint, the volume of information, your financial records, your interactions with people, your business contacts, your employees, all of your regular requirements as far as that goes, they're going to be way too tiring for you to keep track of without having a suitable system, right? And eventually it'd be nice to take a day off or an hour off or get some sleep. So if you're investing in the right systems, it's going to pay off not just short term, but also long term, obviously. And the business is going to benefit from that every single day because of the level of effectiveness that you have in your operations. It's just going to feel smoother, and you're not going to feel like you're forcing things as much, right? Things are going to start working for you instead of against you, or you having to work for them, right? Now, probably the most important aspect of scaling is adopting the skills and the attitude and the mindset, right? Scaling is hard. And that is why I do what I do with my clients is I am that second set of eyes. I help them take that step back. I look at everything, laid out in front of me. We knock things out one thing at a time with this secure, solid plan that is fun, that is flexible, that is easy for you to just take and implement right away. But it kind of takes that emotion out of it. And that's where we kind of get into the mindset. But it also takes that guesswork out of it as well, right? And when it comes to growing your business too, you don't want to value your abilities too highly, right? Because sometimes it's nice to have someone, throw in that extra piece of something that you might not have been thinking of, or that you didn't realize, or that you haven't encountered yet. Someone to just continue to challenge you and hold you accountable with the, what if this happens? What about this? Have you thought about this? Things like that. So you're going to need to continuously be training, learning new skills, and have the right attitude, right? That's how you're going to actually lead your growth. Now, also, again, if you are in a position where you either have a team, you're looking for a team, or even if you have just a VA, you want to make sure that you are learning to delegate appropriately and trusting your management team. This is so hard for business owners to give up their day-to-day and control of every single detail. But as the business becomes more complex, you have to develop your time management skills and focus on these kind of essentials, right? You might need to bring your outsiders in for help. You might need to delegate certain pieces of responsibility for certain areas into different specialties, or, appoint someone on your team to take care of those. But it's also going to be essential for you to make the most of your opportunities, right? You got into this business so that you could provide a service, so that you could produce a product for people, not to actually just be running your business every single day too. So it's really important to have that ability to take that step back and look at what your business looks like, because there are opportunities that are being missed. There's opportunities in areas where you're missing revenue, where you're missing chances of giving yourself time back in your day. If you can learn to identify everything that you're doing, the amount of time that it's taking, the opportunities for efficiency, and then really get skilled at identifying the right team members and delegating out to them the things that you do not need to be working on in your business, so that you can continue to be creative, you can continue to be inspired, you can continue to learn and grow, and really get out there and make connections and make relationships with people, do that market research, analyze your data, and figure out where it is that you're going to stop and you're going to shift. Having a team in place and really understanding where you're at is vital to the scaling process. You don't want to find yourself in a position where you feel like you're starting over, and you don't want to feel like you're in a position of treading water either. That's why scaling businesses is so important. Even if you don't really necessarily want to increase your revenue, which I don't know who does it, but if you don't even want to increase your revenue, at least increase your efficiency and get some time back in your life, so you can eventually step back. You can eventually sell your business, you can hand it over to your team, and you don't have to be fully present 24/7 in order for your business to run, right? At the end of the day, scaling means achieving the more efficient and effective and just a widespread adoption of innovation. And that's what you want to give yourself an opportunity to do, right? It's not about just growing and expanding. It means that scaling is going to allow you to get more time, get more money, have more fun in your business and in your life. And again, when I work with my clients at Process Prowess, I help you bridge the knowledge between processes, and we identify gaps in your business, and we connect services and hands-on solutions to your real experience, right? I know the business growth isn't easy, but I make it easier. I make it faster for you. I make it more sustainable by partnering with you with the processes and the insight that you're missing, the people that you've not thought about before, and really taking those blinders off with you and challenging you and pushing you to do things differently so that you can have better experiences in the end. Again, I do offer one-on-one programs. I also offer quick brainstorming sessions. I offer body doubling sessions, and I also have programs coming out all the time. So if you are interested in working together with me so we can really strip back the layers of your business, figure out where those inefficiencies are, figure out how we can find missed opportunities with time or revenue or people people or processes or whatever that looks like for your business, my contact information is connected here, and I would love to chat with you. If you have any questions about any of this, awesome, let me know. I would love to hear your comments about this, and I will see you guys on the next one. I want to thank you all for your support. And I know that was a message that a lot of you needed to hear. Down below, I'd love to hear your ideas for future episodes, your experience with everything that we talked about, or any tips and tricks that you have for your fellow audience members. If you'd like to be a guest on future episodes, submit an application below. Be sure to like, share, subscribe, and connect with me on all my socials. If you're ready to get out of your head and into action, let's get you some more time, more money, more freedom in your business.